Thank you very much, Michael. Our next speaker is a student, a junior from Borah High School, who decided this morning that he was passionate about this and wanted to get up and speak. So thank you, Konnor Moden, for your courage and coming out here today.
Hi there. So as you know, I'm a junior at Borah High School. I'm a junior at Borah High School. I'm quite involved, to be honest. I'm not gonna brag to you. Don't want to do that. But I'm in student council, football, basketball, track, everything that is possibly done, I'm in because I like the people that run it. Miss Rue, who's my student council advisor, who is a personal teacher, has made me want to do these things. Without her, I probably actually wouldn't be here today. She taught me about this bill. She put passion into me, and she is one of the many teachers that have shaped me today. When I learned about this bill, I learned that they were going to do away with teacher tenure and have the merit pay, and then also the laptops. What I learned about the merit pay is that you will take a bunch of students and try to just, the better the grades, the better the pay, right? Am I correct? Yeah. So, Borah, if you guys know, is very diverse, to be correct. We have a lot of ELL students who are the English language learners. They have a language barrier. So, what are we going to do with those people when the whole entire teaching system is going to be changed to merit pay?
No one's going to want to teach them.
What are they going to learn? Because, thank you. Like, in order to teachers to keep their job, they're just going to try to pass them by without even worrying about it. They're trying to save themselves too. Also with the laptops, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't like to be taught because all my teachers, literally all my teachers have been my coaches, and I don't think a computer could coach me in my sport. And like I said, I'm a student, I'm 17, so I can't vote. My parents pay the bills, they do the taxes, so I don't have taxes. So I can't do anything. That's wrong. I'm here to talk to you guys about it. I'm here to spread the word. That's what I learned to do. That's what I learned that I can do. And I would like you guys to spread the word. I learned actually recently, the other day, that you can go online and talk to your congressman. And because they're not supposed to push their own agenda. They're supposed to push the public agenda. So in order for us to push the public agenda, you need to talk to your congressman. Talk to your congressman and tell them that it is their duty to vote the way that we want them to vote. Yes. Right. I personally don't want to have, like he said, like the gentleman up here, Michael, I don't want someone to work on my arm or my leg or because I tore my ACL. I don't want someone to fix my leg that's using a computer degree. I don't think I'd be safe right now. So I should probably cut a little short because we're running out of time, but thank you guys so much. You guys know what to do. Go online, talk to congressmen, spread the word. Just do anything you can do. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Konnor. Our next speaker is Shawn Kelly. He is a peer assistant for the district and works to coach teenagers who are struggling in the classroom, and he is also the BEA vice president. Shawn?
I don't know about you guys, but I've been a little frustrated the last few weeks. There's this misperception out there that teachers and parents who oppose this plan are against reform. We stand here today not because we are against reform, but because we are against this reform. I use the term reform lightly when I speak about this plan. As a teacher, when I look at something, I try to break it down into its simplest form. As I look at this plan, it's really only about two things: retribution and how much money can I put back into the pockets of my campaign contributors. Can we really say that this plan puts students first? No! After the articles in the Statesman this weekend, I propose a new title for this plan: Corporations First. Because that is really who we know is guaranteed to benefit from this plan. Everything else is, trust me, we will figure it all out in the next 18 to 24 months. Let's figure out how it's going to work now, not before you put it into policy. My son is a kindergartner this year, so I have a very vested interest in how this reform plays out. There is no reset button for my son's education in his most crucial years. So where do we go from here? I would like to tell a brief story that I think might illustrate where we go next. This may seem a little strange coming from me, a member of the Teachers Association, so bear with me for a moment. I would like to publicly thank Senate Ed Chairman Getty for giving me the opportunity last week to speak with him. A week ago last Friday, a meeting was set up for me to briefly meet with him to share my plan and thoughts on reform. About 5 minutes into the conversation, his secretary came in and said a senator needed to talk to him right away. He stepped out of the room, and I smiled and thought to myself, so this is how it's going to be. He had appointments stacked up, one right after another, so I figured he would come back and say, "I'm sorry, my next appointment is here, but you can leave your plan and I will read it later." To my surprise and his credit, that is not what he did. Shame on me for making an assumption of someone I didn't know. It would have been easy for him to blow me off at that point. Instead, he sat right down and continued our discussion. A couple of minutes into the discussion, his secretary came in and said his next appointment was here. He told her they would have to wait a little longer. Right there, he showed me that he is a man of character and integrity. So thank you, Senator Getty, for the opportunity to speak with you. So what am I getting at? The interesting thing was, in those last few minutes of our conversation, I feel we may have found some common ground when talking about evaluations. This gets to the point of my story and where we need to go next. Here you have the Senate Ed Chairman and co-sponsor of the bill sitting down with a member of the Teachers Association, and in a disjointed 15-minute conversation, we found the beginnings of some common ground. Imagine what we could do if we had a year. That is collaboration. We have been doing it very well in Boise for the last 15 years. It has served this district, students, and parents very well.
Yes, it has.
It has been stated by Mr. Luna that up to this point, we have yet to hear any other options on reform. Well, here we go. Number one, legislators, listen to the vast majority of your constituents and kill these bills. Step two, Senator Getty, reconvene the Senate Ed Committee and do what I think Senator Malapai suggested and come up with some goals and objectives you would like to see met in a reform plan. Step three, all legislators look at opportunities to enhance revenue and tie it to the reform. We got the opportunity on Saturday to sit in on a bipartisan committee on revenue enhancement, and one of the options that came out of it was something called House Bill 29. I've even seen some signs out there for it. When you get time, investigate that bill. It gives us some serious options that could bring in as much as $50 million back to the state. By generating supplemental revenue, you buy us the time that Mr. Luna says we don't have, and you're not cutting teachers and increasing class sizes in the process. Finally, step 4. Direct Mr. Luna to put together a committee made up of all stakeholders, including students, yes. And give them 1 year to come back to the legislature with a plan that meets the goals and objectives set forth by that Senate Ed committee. My plan would take just over a year instead of 18 to 24 months. In closing, we only have one chance to get this right. For my son and many other students and parents out there today, let's take the time to implement real, lasting reform that actually puts students first. Thank
you. Thank you very much, Shawn. Just a reminder to call. You can call the main legislative number at 332-1000 or go online. Contact our legislators. Let them know how you feel. And to round up today's rally, where is our musician? Because I have a feeling if... Okay, come on over. Otherwise, I think Johnny's going to come up and start singing. So... All right, I heard we have a musician who wrote a song about this. I think he's coming.